Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to Global Happenings today. And how time flies. Just barely 730 days ago, Governor Hope Uzodinma was just a mere senator, an ordinary honorable somewhere who was actually looking forward to see if something will happen, something will give. But right now, Governor Hope Uzodinma has this to say, and a lot of people have reacted to this, judging the fact that Imo State is going through a lot when it comes to the issue of insecurity, and the fact that he has been very bold in his assertion that Imo State is definitely not for Biafra. Before we go to the newspaper to find out exactly what is making Governor Hope Uzodinma rejoice, like you subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button beside it. You will see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. Well, Governor Hope Uzodinma, who came forth during the 2019 governorship election in Imo State, was declared winner by the Supreme Court. The 7-member panel of the Supreme Court on Tuesday, January 14, 2020, declared Uzodinma winner of Imo State governorship election, which took place on March 9, 2019. Based on the results released by the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, Ihiedioha pulled a total of 273,404 votes. Uche Nwosu of AA got 190,364 votes. Ifeanyi Ararume APGA pulled 114,676 votes, while Uzodinma APC got 96,458 votes. Uzodinma and Nwosu had individually petitioned the tribunal, claiming that they were the winners of the election. Top on the list of Uzodinma's demand was that the votes in 388 polling units were voided by INEC. The electoral umpire defended its action, saying the votes were cancelled due to overvoting. Subsequently, Ihiedioha had defeated the petitioners at the governorship election petition tribunal. The appeal court also upheld his election as governor of Imo State, but at the Supreme Court, things were a little different. The 7-member panel, whose lead judgment was read by Justice Kudirat Kekere Ekon, unanimously agreed that results in 388 polling units were unlawfully excluded during the collation of the final governorship election result in Imo State. Justice Kekere Ekon said, with the result from the 388 polling units added, Uzodinma pulled a majority of lawful votes and ought to have been declared the winner of the election by INEC. She voided and set aside the declaration of Ihiedioha as the winner of 2019 governorship election. Votes due to the appellant, Senator Hope Uzodinma, and the APC from 388 polling units were wrongly excluded from scores ascribed to the appellant, which is to them. It is thereby ordered that the appellant votes from 388 polling units unlawfully excluded from the appellant vote declared shall be added, and that the first respondent, Emeka Ihiedioha, was not duly elected by a majority of lawful votes cast at the said election, she declared. And now, Governor Hope Uzodinma had this to write. He said 2 years ago today, justice was delivered to Ndimo as I reclaimed our people's mandate at the Supreme Court. As a product of justice, I have continued to uphold the same values under the shared prosperity mandate of our government to secure our common patrimony for all. Governor Hope Uzodinma. If you see the way people are voting here, you think that maybe something terrible have happened. I'm going to take a cross-section of what people are saying here. Honestly, I don't know if maybe the governor should have just, allowed this thing to pass. Yes, today, Mark is on the seat as Imo State governor, and it's there to celebrate it by reminding Ndimo and the world at large and Southeasterners at large that, hey, today he got back his mandate. He has done 730 days already, and there's 730 days to go. This is interesting. I'm going to do a cross section of what people are saying. This one here say, okay, Supreme Court governor, he hates that name. Guys should stop calling him that name. He doesn't like that name. Supreme Court governor, he doesn't like it at all. This one here saying, this year I'm going strictly to tell him. What are you saying? Please, let's continue. This one here is saying, all right, this one here is saying, I take this very quickly, it's quite a long read. It said, on second anniversary of untold hardship, an injustice served on millions of people who did not cast their vote for him. That fateful day, the will of the people and democracy was crucified in Abuja, while other APC, including these people, cheered on. 2 years later, Imolites are suffering because this was forced upon them. A party that cannot manage its own internal democracy. Till now, Uzodinma and Okoro Hausa are using Imo State as a testing ground for their games. From the foregoing, would you rather blame Anambra people for disgracing another criminal? Andy Oba and his cohort are well-known political people, but APC conducted a primary election and placed Oba on the forefront to total damnation, failure, and ultimate fatality. This one here is saying, River State, they commission new project every day. You day they celebrate nonsense anniversary. Sure. This one here say 8 years is sure. Hey, I don't know if 8 years is sure, because the way Imolites are going about this, a whole lot of people are talking. I don't know his second election, as in after 2 years. Of course, he has spent 2 years, so we're looking at another 2 years. His second tenure is not going to be funny. Don't forget that Governor Senator Rogers Okorocha will rather not allow. In fact, anybody can take that seat, not to hope Uzodinma. It's going to be talk between the two of them. It will be clash of the titles between the two of them. He would whatever, even if it means giving it to Emeka Ihiedioha, he would rather give it to Emeka Ihiedioha. Then it's going to be an interesting one. And don't forget that particular election is unique because it's a standalone election. So definitely that particular election, while others are probably going to run for 2023, Imo State may be running for 2024. So it's going to be quite unique because a lot of people are talking about it. Well, I wish him well. 2 years already, how time flies. It was just about yesterday. So it's already 2 years on the job. And he's saying that he's upholding justice. He's sharing. Well, we must give it to him when it comes to recovery. He has been trying so much to see how he can recover as much looted funds as he can. But people are calling it witch hunting. That has gone beyond the recovering of funds, but it's becoming more personal, more like personal vendetta than recovering of funds. Well, let's be in that comment section. What's your take on this? He's already celebrating 2 years of his being a governor of Imo State, where he recovered, according to him, the mandate of the people. Let's interact. What's your take?